families and APS students. Welcome to At Home with APS. We are so happy you've joined us this week, and we hope you enjoy this episode.
Hi second graders, it's Miss Lee here, and I thought today I would read a story to you about superheroes and what superheroes really are in real life. The book is called My Principal is a Superhero, and it was written by Joey and Melanie Acker. And as I was reading it, I started to think to myself, we know a lot of people who are in our everyday lives who are actually kind of like superheroes. And so as you listen to the story, I want you to pay attention to what the superheroes are doing, and I want you to kind of think about if anybody in your life is actually doing those same things. You might know some superheroes right in your own home. Ready? My Principal is a Superhero. Written by Joey and Melanie Acker. To all the principals and assistant principals who wear superhero capes every day. There is something incredible about our principal, Mr. Clarkson. We think he might be a superhero with real superpowers. He has super strength. Mr. Clarkson must have a super voice. We can hear him everywhere in the school. He can get the entire school quiet at the same time without saying a single word. Mr. Clarkson wears glasses, so we won't find out he is a superhero. My teacher says he is always saving the day. She even has a special button that calls him when there is an emergency. He is always watching over us. In the cafeteria. In the hallway. At recess. And even at the buses. But we know that he is not really a superhero. Every superhero is supposed to have a sidekick. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that story as much as I enjoyed reading it to you. So I have a challenge for you today, and that is to be your own superhero. I want you to think about something that you do that's just really super. It's not going to be to fly or to run as fast as a bolt of lightning or to jump over tall mountains. And that's okay. Real superpowers are very different from that. Think about what it is that you do that's super. Maybe you're a super listener. Maybe you can fix things that other people can't fix. Maybe you are really strong. Or maybe when you talk, you just make people feel good and calm and peaceful. Those are all superpowers. I want you to come up with your own. You can create a super name for yourself. You can create a super costume for yourself with a mask and a cape. I want you to really challenge yourself to find a superpower that's inside of you. I hope you share it with me, and I hope you feel good afterwards knowing that you are a superhero. So happy Superhero Day. Bye, guys.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Cowden. I'm going to do a phonemic awareness exercise. First, a phoneme is the smallest unit of sound. So cat has 3 phonemes, k, a, t. So does ship, sh, I, p. Flip has 4 phonemes. S, L, I, P. We're going to be adding and deleting phonemes. I'll say the word part, you repeat, and then I'll give you a direction. We'll try one together. Lack, add B at the beginning, and the word is black. Now you'll do a couple on your own. Number 1, raise. Repeat. Raise, add P at the beginning, and the word is pace. Pace, add S at the beginning, and the word is weep. Add S at the beginning, and the word is lay. Add P at the beginning, and the word is and. Add B at the beginning, and the word is top. Add S at the beginning, and the word is lip. Add S at the beginning, and the word is pin. Add S at the beginning, and the word is rail. Add T at the beginning, and the word is. Now we'll delete a phoneme. We'll do the first one together. Flash, repeat, without F, what is left? Flash, without the F, what is left? Lash. Sled, without the S, what is left? Grade, without the G, what is left? Groom, without the G, what is left? Flip, without the F, what is left? Grip, without the G, what is left? Broom, without the B, what is left?
Hello, everyone. Today we're going to read a book called Rocky Mountain National Park. Our country is filled with many amazing and interesting places. Have you ever been to Great Falls Park in Virginia or visited the National Mall in Washington, D.C.? Those are both examples of national parks. A national park is an area of land that's protected by the government because of the natural landscape and wildlife, or because it is an important historical site. Rocky Mountain National Park is a nonfiction book. Nonfiction teaches us facts and information. Today, we're reading to learn facts and information about Rocky Mountain National Park. We will learn about the many plants and animals that live and grow there, the beautiful mountains and landscape, and what makes Rocky Mountain National Park such a popular destination for many visitors each year. Rocky Mountain National Park. Rocky Mountain National Park. Focus question. Where is Rocky Mountain National Park, and what can visitors see and do there? Here are some words to know. You will read these key terms throughout the book. These words will be in bold print. You can use the glossary at the end of the book to learn more about what each of the words mean. Autumn, lens, continental divide, national park, peaks, ranges. Some nonfiction books have a table of contents at the very beginning. The table of contents tells us the title of each chapter or section in the book. It also tells us what page to go to read each chapter or section. Table of Contents. The Best of the Rockies, page 4. Young Mountains, page 5. From Moose to Marmots, page 7. Plan a Visit, page 11. A Popular Park, page 14. Glossary, page 16. At the top of the page, we see another text feature, which is a map. The title of this map is Rocky Mountain National Park. The map shows us where Rocky Mountain National Park is located. It's located in the state Colorado. It's important to read the heading of each section. The heading gives you an idea about what the section will be about. The Best of the Rockies. Rocky Mountain National Park, or RMNP, in Colorado shows off the best of the Rocky Mountains. Its air is fresh and clean. Its mountain lakes mirror high peaks above them. The park is home to mountain lions, moose, and many other wild animals. Nature lovers can enjoy the park by car or on foot. The caption below the photograph above tells us more about the photograph. It says, "First morning light burns off the fog on Dream Lake." Dream Lake must be one of those lakes in Rocky Mountain National Park. Young Mountains. Rocky Mountain National Park is a small part of the Rockies. They stretch 3,000 miles, or 4,828 kilometers, from Canada to New Mexico. Compared to other mountain ranges, the Rockies are young. They were pushed up between 100 and 65 million years ago. The caption below the photograph tells me, Long's Peak, in the center, in the park, is one of the tallest mountains in the Rockies. The Rockies form the Continental Divide. The mountains divide which way water flows. Water on the western side flows west into the Pacific Ocean. Water on the eastern side flows east into the Atlantic Ocean. The maps below are text features that help me learn more about the Continental Divide. The Continental Divide. The Colorado is an important river in the western United States. It starts in the park and flows southwest into the Gulf of California. Along the way, it supplies water to several big cities. The Cashlaputa River starts nearby. However, it flows east, joining larger rivers, until the water flows into the Gulf of Mexico. Here in the center of the map, I see Rocky Mountain National Park. I can see how the Colorado River flows to the west toward the Gulf of California, and how the Cashlaputa River flows towards the east towards the Gulf of Mexico. From moose to marmots. Rocky Mountain National Park has wet areas and forests of pine and aspen trees. Mountain wildflowers dot open areas with bright colors in summer. The trees stop growing at about 11,000 feet, or 3,353 meters. This is called the tree line. Above this line, it's too cold and rocky for trees to grow. The caption below the photograph tells me, this flower is one of the first to bloom in the park each year. Different areas in RMNP, Rocky Mountain National Park, are home to different animals. Elk and deer feed in the fields and forests. Moose wade in wet places and chomp plants there. A few bobcats, mountain lions, and black bears live in the park too. The photograph shows me a moose. The caption below it says, "Moose eat a lot, up to 55 pounds, or 25 kilograms a day. That's more than many 7-year-olds weigh." Whoa, what an interesting fact. Different areas in RMNP, Rocky Mountain National Park, are home to different animals. Elk and deer feed in the fields and forests. Moose wade in wet places and chomp plants there. A few bobcats, mountain lions, and black bears live in the park too. The photograph shows me a moose. The caption below it says, "Moose eat a lot, up to 55 pounds, or 25 kilograms a day. That's more than many 7-year-olds weigh." Whoa, what an interesting fact. The photograph shows a bull elk. I can learn more about it by reading the caption. The caption says, "Bull elk call out to female elk in the fall." History of Rocky Mountain National Park. Native peoples once lived and traveled through the land that is now Rocky Mountain National Park. They spent summers camped in the beautiful valleys. Settlers and gold seekers began arriving in this part of the Rockies in the mid-1800s. For settlers headed west, these same mountains were hard to cross. They had to drive their wagons over the steep passes. Others built mining towns in the area. In 1915, the president signed a law creating Rocky Mountain National Park. Today, much of the land that surrounds RMNP is also protected. The caption at the top reads, "Ute people around 1905, and the caption at the bottom reads, "The park's Ute Trail is named for the people who first used it." A popular park. Each year, more than 4 million people visit RMNP from around the world. During the summer months, some parts of the park get crowded. Sometimes there are traffic jams. The author of this book included a graph to show us more information about the number of visitors visiting Rocky Mountain National Park each year. The title of the graph is 4 million and counting. This graph shows how, over a century, the number of visitors to RMNP has grown. Still, anyone who can hike a mile or two can find a way to escape the crowd. Most creeks in the park are icy cold. For many hikers, bridges like this one are a welcome sight. Here's the glossary. The glossary contains the key terms or the words to know. These words were bold throughout the text. You can read more about what each of the words mean here in the glossary. Thank you so much for reading with me today. What did you read in our text, Rocky Mountain National Park, that was new information for you? What did you read that was interesting? If you got to visit Rocky Mountain National Park, what would you be most excited to see? Would it be one of the beautiful mirrored lakes or the tall, majestic mountains? Maybe it's an animal, like a moose or a marmot. Don't forget to tell why. You can look back in the text and use it to help you.
Hi, I'm Miss Downs, and this is my son Sam.
Hello.
Today we are going to blend and segment syllables in words. A syllable is a word part. All words are made up of syllables. A word can have 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or even more syllables. Knowing that words are broken down into syllables can help you read and write. I will say a word in parts, and you will put the parts together or blend them to make a whole word. Let's try one. I chop banana, and then you're going to blend it like this.
Banana.
Let's try another one. Potato.
Potato.
Butterfly.
Butterfly.
Simplify.
Simplify.
Transportation.
Transportation.
Important.
Important.
Telescope.
Telescope.
Garden.
Garden.
Watermelon.
Watermelon.
Salamander.
Salamander.
Now I will say a whole word, and you will repeat the whole word, and then you chop it into syllables. Let's try it. I'll say teacher, then you say teacher, teacher. Let's try another one. Confusion.
Confusion. Confusion.
Evacuate.
Evacuate. Evacuate.
Autograph.
Autograph. Autograph.
Macaroni.
Macaroni. Macaroni.
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti. Spaghetti.
Invisible.
Invisible. Invisible.
Delicious.
Delicious. Delicious.
Television.
Television. Television.
We had fun blending and segmenting syllables with you. You can try this at home with any word. Bye.
Bye.
Hi, boys and girls. My name is Mr. H, Mr. Haltonen, and I'm a third grade teacher at Glebe Elementary School. Today, I'm going to read to you a story titled The Animal Bridge, and it is written by Marcy Abbott and illustrated by Mark Myers. And if you look at the cover, can anybody guess what type of habitat these animals live in? If you guessed a forest or the woods, you are correct. One question I want you to think about while I read the story is, how do the animals' feelings change during the story? And we also have some big words, some vocabulary words that you may not know now, but hopefully by the end of the story, you'll know what they mean. I'm going to say them and repeat after me. Construction. Defeated. Dizzy. Fumed. Humans. Progress. Sprayed. Staggered. Trotting. Let's get started with our story. During the story, I'm also going to play some animal calls so you get to hear what each animal sounds like. Bear was eating some juicy forest berries when Blue Jay swooped down next to him. "The trucks are back," Blue Jay screeched. Rabbit hopped by and squealed. "They're working on another construction project." There's that word. "Oh no, not again," Bear cried. "It seems as though the humans just finished building their busy highway," Rabbit complained. Blue Jay reported, "They're at it again, chopping down trees and digging up dirt and grass." Bear growled. "When will those humans stop building?" he thought. They kept constructing roads through the forest. In the process, they were destroying the animals' homes and food. Some animals had even been hit by cars when they tried to cross the busy road. Bear grabbed a bunch of berries and sat down by a tree to think. He wondered if his favorite berry bush would be gone soon too. Then he noticed Deer trotting slowly towards him, her head down. Her head was down. Bear asked, "What's the matter, Deer?" Deer moaned. "I'm all alone. I got cut off from my herd near Moss Trail. Now I'm too scared to cross the road to join them." "Enough is enough," fumed Bear. "We need to think of some way to stop the humans." The animals gathered together at the woody hill. "We need to get tough," Rabbit yelled to the animals. "Yes," they all agreed. "Too bad none of them can fly," said Blue Jay. "If you had wings, then you wouldn't need to cross the roads." "I can't fly," said Rabbit, "but I can chew." Rabbit showed off her 2 front teeth. She said, "I have an idea. My big teeth can chew through anything. I can get underneath the trucks and chew through the wires. Without their trucks working properly, the humans can't dig up the land." Rabbit jumped down the hill. "I'm going to stop them right now," she said. Rabbit dashed like lightning toward Moss Trail. When she got there, she scurried underneath an empty parked truck. Rabbit clenched her teeth on a wire. She chewed hard until, snap! The wire split, but one of her big teeth cracked. Rabbit came up from under the truck and hopped back to the woody hill. Rabbit showed her cracked tooth to the other animals. "I did it," she declared, "but ouch! Now my tooth hurts." Then Moose boasted, I can use my strong antlers to ram into anything. I'll crush those trucks. Moose marched to the forest, head first. He rammed into a truck. He made a dent. Yes, roared Moose. He hit the truck again. It made another dent. He hit it again. Now Moose was dizzy. Vocabulary word, dizzy. He spun around and around. The truck had 3 big dents. Moose staggered back to the animals. And there's another one, staggered. We are making our mark, he announced. Then he fell down because he was so dizzy. Skunk bragged, my stench can drive away the workers. Skunk sprayed a good whiff. And there's a vocabulary word, sprayed. Gross, said Turtle shouted. You stink. Turtle retreated into his shell. Skunk laughed and scurried down to Moss Trail. Skunk scampered behind the workers and lifted her tail. The humans smelled her odor immediately, grabbed masks to cover their noses and mouths, and returned to their work. Skunk returned to the woody hill. That was easy as ABC, she boasted. The animals went to check on the humans' progress. There's the vocabulary word, progress. They were upset to see the humans were still working in the forest. Rabbit fumed. Our efforts were useless. The humans are still here. No matter what we do, we can't seem to get rid of them, sighed Bear. For a long time, all the animals felt defeated. And there's a vocabulary word, defeated. Then, one day, they saw something strange. They watched the workers put dirt and grass over the bridge. Moose said, my goodness, humans are weird. Soon, the workers left the bridge. Then the animals saw the workers underneath the bridge. They were putting signs up. They were putting signs by the side of the road that passed beneath the bridge. Hey, wait a minute, said Bear. That's a picture of me. I think this bridge was made for us. The animals whooped and hollered. The humans are trying to help us, Rabbit exclaimed. They made their bridge into an animal bridge, Moose added, smiling. Deer said, now I can find my herd. Then she bounded off into the forest. The animals stood peering down at the busy traffic below the bridge. Hooray for our bridge! Bear cheered. The end. And back to our vocabulary words. Glossary. First word was construction, which is the act of making or building something. Defeated, feeling unable to do something. Dizzy, feeling as though one is spinning and losing one's balance. Fumed, felt or showed anger. Humans are people. progress. Forward movement towards a goal. Sprayed. Sprinkled or forced out many drops of liquid. Staggered. Moved or walked in an unsteady manner. And trotting. Moving at a pace that is just faster than walking. And that is the end of our story. And what you might want to do, boys and girls, is you can write a letter. And you can pretend you are one of the animals in the story. Write a friendly letter to the humans, maybe your mom, dad, or grandparents, or big brother, little sister, or your goldfish. Include your feelings about, well, goldfish isn't a human, I'll take that one back. Include your feelings about the bridge before and after it was made. And if you remember at the beginning of the story, we were asked about the animal's feelings. How did it change during the story? And during the story, you were probably wondering how I was making those sounds of the animals. Well, let me show you. This is a bear call. Okay, and this is how I was making the bear sounds. And I cheated with the blue jay. I used this little thing, and you just push the button. Okay. And that's not actually a blue jay, but that's close enough. That's the closest call I could find. They actually screech. Guess what this one is from the story? Listen carefully. If you guessed deer, you are correct. And the last one, the loudest one of all, is our moose. I just gave you, but this is what he sounds like. So I hope you enjoyed the story today, and have a great day.
Hello, Arlington County families. My name is Dr. Sharon Gaston, and I am the reading specialist at Taylor Elementary School, and I'm bringing you a literacy tip. How about that? Well, anyway, what I'm carrying is a shoebox, and you can use a shoebox or you can use a bag or whatever you'd like. But in this tip, what it is children can put all of their literacy activities in one container, and they put it away and they bring it down when they want to do some reading and writing, maybe off on their own. But anyway, in this box, I have where they can keep their pencil pouches, with all of their writing utensils, their crayons, their scissors can be in here, glue sticks, everything, but all types of writing utensils, pens, markers. And they can have in here little joke books, or these are crossword puzzles, activity books. And they can have books that they like to read, whether it's fiction books or nonfiction books, but whatever it is that they enjoy reading. Also, for the writing, you want to stock it with a lot of these free pads that you get. They can write on here. And you can also put in there little blank note cards and things like this. This is very good for authentic writing if they want to write a thank you note to a grandparent or someone, a neighbor. Also journals. You want to put journals in here. I also have little keepsakes like a favorite stuffed animal or something fun that they like to hold on to when they're writing or reading. I put in here craft sticks, and there's loose papers in here, all types of things, whatever you have around the house. And there's tape, there's also staplers, so be careful with the staple, they love to do that. But this is just a little tip for you where they can have all of their things in one little place and they can go to for reading and writing, because both of these activities are reciprocal. They build on each other, okay? So anyway, I hope this was helpful to you. And I want to say to all of you, keep reading and writing.
As we end this episode of At Home with APS, we hope that you enjoyed seeing APS teachers and staff bringing literacy instruction into your own home. Maybe you even got to see one of your very own teachers that you worked with during the school year. I'm sure that was really exciting for you. So we invite you, parents and families, to continue to take videos and pictures of how you are engaging in literacy activities while at home. Be sure to tag us on whatever social media outlet you prefer using the hashtag @HomeWithAPS, and we look forward to seeing all the exciting and creative ways APS students and families are engaging with literacy while at home. And who knows, maybe you can make a special guest appearance on At Home with APS. Speaking of which, check out this dedicated APS student as she practices hearing all of the sounds in the word box. Until our next early literacy episode, we ask that you stay safe, stay healthy, Arlington, and we look forward to seeing you again soon for our next edition of At Home with APS.